Hey everyone, welcome back to the third episode of Kendall's Kitchen Live Pixel Hush. Starting this out with a bang. Josh is getting our GoPro angled up. Pixel, stop. Josh is getting our GoPro angled up on the top of the fridge so that we can have a cool other shot for the vlog that I'm going to be posting tomorrow. But we're going to get started in just a second. Hold on. Pixel, come on. Go. Thank you. Okay, when Josh gets into the frame, we will start. So this is going to be our Valentine's themed episode, and we're going to be making a homemade Caesar dressing with typical Caesar salad things. So we're going to have our chicken, we're going to do the romaine because that's how you make a Caesar salad. We're going to also be making a chocolate mousse, and Josh is going to be leading us on old fashions. I'm not a big whiskey drinker, so he's mostly going to be taking the lead on that. There he is. So he's mostly going to be taking the lead on the old fashioned, but then we are also making a lemonade, and for the adults, you can add vodka in that because I'm going to take a sip of the old fashioned. I'm probably not going to drink the whole thing. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start off with our chicken. Now, the way I like to do chicken breast, especially because it's a white meat that tends to stay kind of dry if you overcook it, I pan sear it on the stove and then stick it in the oven. So I have my stove already preheating to 375. So if you guys want to start that off first, I'll give you guys a minute, and then we're going to come season our chicken. So I have 2 chicken breasts because they're not terribly big, and there's 2 of us who are going to be eating it. But you're probably not even going to use the whole thing, so whatever you don't use, you can just put into a Tupperware and eat it again later. So just salt and pepper on both sides. And then some paprika. I like that because it makes it like a little smoky. Hold on, wait, don't use that. My cayenne and my paprika look the same, so I accidentally grabbed the wrong thing. So one of them might be a little bit spicier than the other, just on one side. That won't be a big deal. Perfect. And then make sure it's nice and even. Nope. Okay, I will do that.
I like touching raw chicken.
And other side. I'll let Josh salt and pepper and season it while I'm washing my hands. There's touched raw meat. Do a little bit more than that.
Yeah, it's not cooperating.
And there we go. All right, now that you've got your chicken breast all nice and pretty and seasoned, we're gonna get our pan hot. Now you want the oil to heat up in the pan, not put the oil into a hot pan. So go ahead and put it on medium heat. And get your olive oil out, and just enough to coat the bottom. We're not like deep frying these, we're pan frying these. So coat it around and let the oil get nice and hot. Okay, so while we're waiting for the oil to get hot, Josh will introduce himself. He'll tell you a little bit about himself, and then we'll get going with the rest of the show. Take it away, baby.
I'm Josh. That's all that's really necessary. I have a cool apron, and I mess things up.
He begrudgingly agreed to do this with me because it's a Valentine's episode, and he loves me, and he keeps on getting out of the frame.
Very begrudgingly.
But I like cooking with him. In fact, when we first started dating, he used to cook for me a lot, and it was very sweet. And then he had to go away for a while. And then I just took over cooking because I really like to cook, if you guys haven't noticed yet. So our oil is almost hot enough where we want it to be. You want to start seeing those little like waves in the oil, and that will let you know that it's hot enough.
Who never got her introduction?
Not in the kitchen. Yeah. Okay, so this is Pixel. I'm sure you guys have seen her in the other episodes. She loves to be my little sous chef. She'll sit like right behind me as I'm cooking, as you guys have seen.
And she was screaming at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, that's the joy of going live. Okay, so now that our oil is hot enough, we're gonna drop these in and turn up your heat just a bit. Remember, we want to keep everything in that 45-minute time frame. So these are going to be cooking. And we will get started. In fact, we're probably going to start juicing our lemons next for the lemonade. So you can go ahead and move this, not completely out of the way because we're going to use it again. Thank you. Josh bought me this great juicer, so I don't have to use a spoon anymore. But if you are still using a spoon, that is absolutely okay. That method that I showed you is still great for juicing. But if you have one of these awesome things, I mean, got it just at HEB for $5. It's really great. It's a good time saver. So, you're gonna help me out in cutting these. We're just gonna use our little knives because the big ones are gonna be for the chicken later. And my oven is done preheating. So with this, just like the oranges, we're gonna put them on here. We're gonna roll it a bit, loosen it up. We're going to cut it in half. And we're gonna go ham juicing this thing. This is so much easier than using a spoon. Thank you, baby. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. I don't know why we didn't get one of those earlier. Yeah, your turn.
Oh my God.
I know, right? All right, that's all you. I don't know where my tongs went. Yes, I do. I didn't take them out. I'm sorry. Go ahead, flip over your chicken. Oops, that was pretty. So pan searing, all we're doing is we're trying to get that nice, pretty crust on top of it. We want that like golden brown, delicious color, and then we're going to finish up the cooking in our shallow pan in the oven, which is turn your heat down just a bit. Which is going to help it cook all the way through, but also help it retain its moisture on the inside, because no one likes dry chicken. I don't like dry chicken. In fact, my mom called me last night, and she was like, we bought all the ingredients, but we got chicken thighs instead of chicken breasts. And I was like, but it's a breast recipe. And she was like, yeah, because Bobby doesn't like breast. It's always too dry. And I was like, Mom, if you're cooking with me, it won't be too dry. And she was like, well, we'll do that next time. And it's like, okay, Mom, thank you. So I'm going to let that sit for a minute, and I'm going to go back to helping Josh juice the lemons.
Oh, I got this.
Oh, you got it? You don't need me?
I'm a lemon juicing machine.
Okay, I got pushed away from juicing the lemons.
Go talk to people.
You're doing a very good job. You want to tell everyone how we met?
Well, it's not a very exciting story.
It's really not. We met almost 2 years ago on Tinder. Funny enough. Both of us had just gotten out of relationships within the year. And I was just kind of casually on Tinder because some of my friends were like, hey, it's really fun to see all the weirdos on Tinder. And I was like, okay, I could go for a laugh. And I met him like within 11 hours.
Yeah, you were on Tinder for less than a day. I was on Tinder for like a month and a half.
But he was not a weirdo. He was very sweet. And we talked on Tinder for a while, and then we met up in real life, and he was awesome. And he was the only guy on Tinder that I actually talked to, which was pretty cool. Who like wasn't a friend that I saw that I was like, why are you on Tinder? And they're like, why are you on Tinder?
You were the only girl on Tinder who actually talked to me.
Aw. Well, I liked him. All right, so I turned off the heat on my stovetop. I'm going to take these and transfer them over into my shallow pan. And I'm going to move this off the heat. So you don't want to grease fire. So we're going to stick these in the oven for 20 minutes, and then we'll check on them. There we go. And that's it. cooking a chicken breast is like the easiest thing in the world, and I don't know why people get like so nervous about it because it's really not hard. I'm gonna put this right here, and then we will get started on the mousse. I am so excited for the mousse.
Yeah, this juice is great.
Yeah, I'm really into it. Well, let's finish doing the lemonade first. We'll finish doing the lemonade, then we'll move on to the mousse. I'm gonna move this bowl out of the way too. Remember, keep your station clean. We don't want like a billion things everywhere cluttering up your area. You're doing a really great job.
Thank you.
So the very first time we met in real life, we met up at a local coffee on like my parents' side of town.
Called local coffee.
Called local coffee, and it was really great. And like I thought I was just gonna go meet some guy, get a coffee, and then go home and have a story to tell everyone. I mean, I did, but we ended up talking for like 3 hours, and it would have been longer, but I had a thing that I had to go to. And so he walked me to my car and he was like, "Do you want to do this again?" And I was like, "Yeah, I really do." And then I think our second date, we went to the dog park. I brought my dogs. Yeah, I brought my dog, and I met Pixel for the first time, and now she loves me. And it was just really sweet. So for our anniversary, we went back to that local coffee, and they moved our table, and we were so upset because we wanted to get a picture of us like at the table that we met at, and they moved it, and I wasn't a big fan of that.
So I'm gonna have to rinse this because it's like getting clogged up with pulp.
Okay. Okay. So because the mousse is such an exact, like you need the measurements to be right, I have written down my recipe so that I don't get the ingredients wrong or the measurements wrong for you guys. So if you're still working on your chicken, that's fine. If you're still juicing your lemons, that's fine. We're gonna go kind of slow today. Okay, I'll move back over here. All right, so for our mousse, we're gonna mix the Nutella and your creme fraiche. If you couldn't find creme fraiche, because I was really upset, my HEB didn't carry it, even though like other HEBs do. A good substitute is also either cream cheese or sour cream, but you want to get a savory sour cream as opposed to a sour cream. So we've got our Nutella and our creme fraiche. We're going to get a large mixing bowl, and we're going to measure it out. We're going to do 1/2 cup of Nutella and 1/4 cup of creme fraiche, and we're going to whisk it all together till it's combined. I haven't had Nutella in years. It just smells so good. If you don't have Nutella, any other kind of chocolate hazelnut spread is fine. All right, so I've got my 1/2 cup and my 1/4 cup. It might not seem like a lot, but once we get the cream all whipped up and nice, perfect. Can you just set that aside for a second? And we're gonna use the lemon juice also for the Caesar dressing. So we're not gonna put all of that in with our lemonade.
Well, we have plenty of it.
I know, very excited. A juicer is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see.
All right, so I've got my 1/2 cup of Nutella. It's gonna go right in here. What are you doing?
Gonna cook the house.
Somebody's got to replace the old rule.
Thank you. The Nutella is so sticky. All right, baby, will you measure out 1/4 cup of the cheese?
Suppose.
to grab you a new spoon. This one's got chocolate all over it.
What's wrong with that? Trade you. This stuff does not like to cooperate.
That's all right. We're about to whisk the ever-living life out of it.
Yeah, watch your profanity. Some of you internet people might get that reference.
All right, put that into our mixing bowl. No, not like that.
I do what you say, okay?
You guys-
Do exactly what you tell me to do, and you get mad at me for it.
You guys will see on the vlog tomorrow that grocery shopping with him is...
It's fun?
It is fun. It is fun. But he was like weaving in and out of frame.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, get your whisk and go to town.
Slander.
In fact, this is a boyfriend job. Boyfriend,
You mean smoke break?
you gotta whisk this. We're gonna clear our station.
If only there was like a $400 device designed to do this.
Now we're going to take our electric mixer.
It's all stuck in here.
Use a spoon. Use a spoon.
So if you're doing this with your girlfriend and she hands you a whisk, know that you should be using a spoon. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a clump of chocolate.
Here.
Hold on, I'll get there.
I'm just gonna set this down. Okay, so now we're going to take half of a cup of our heavy whipping cream, and we're gonna put it in our electric mixer until it gets nice and foamy and gives us nice tall peaks. So I have my KitchenAid, but if you're working with a hand mixer, that'll be fine as well. If you're doing a KitchenAid, be sure you have the whisk on, not any of the other attachments.
Or if you have an extra boyfriend laying around, we're great at manual labor, just as long as we don't have to think too hard.
Thinks he is so funny. All right, half a cup of our cream into the electric mixer.
Oh, this reminds me of Oreo balls. Have you ever had Oreo balls?
I have. Actually, my cousin Delaney and I used to make Oreo balls.
Oh my goodness. They shouldn't exist.
Yeah, me and Delaney and Jenna and Cody, my cousins, we all used to just live down the street from each other, and so we'd hang out all the time. Ooh, good job, baby. All right. So we're gonna whip this up until it's whipped cream. Remember, clear your station. Easy? All right, so once everything is nice and incorporated together, we're gonna set this aside and wait for the cream. When the cream is ready, we're going to take our rubber spatula or silicone spatula, and we're gonna fold the cream in with the chocolate mixture. Now, at this point, you can add in either brandy or whiskey or wine. I think I also saw this recipe was done with red wine. If you want to, that's optional, and however much you're going to put in, it's kind of up to you. But I would say no more than half a teaspoon at the absolute most. Ooh, it's looking frothy. Let's move on to our lemonade. Now hold on. For our Caesar dressing, we're going to need 2 tablespoons of our lemon juice. So we're going to get our tablespoons. We're going to measure out 2 right now, and then we're going to just pour the rest of this to be our lemonade. grab me our, oh, never mind, they're right here.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Will you measure out 2 tablespoons of this? Into there.
Just a tablespoon?
Yep. The tablespoon is the big one. One, 2, 2. And then the rest of our lemon juice is going to go right in here. Ah, you didn't seal it.
No, I didn't.
Yep, all that together. Thank you. We're going to come back to this because my cream is now thoroughly whipped. Oh, all right.
Oh, geez, it sure is. That's pretty cool. I didn't think it would work. I thought you were lying to people.
Cool. It's almost like that is how whipped cream is made. Thank you for cleaning, baby. He is a very good kitchen helper. So in our house, I don't know if y'all's house is different, but in our house, I get to make the kitchen dirty, and then my sweet, wonderful boyfriend gets to make it nice and clean.
What else do you do in the kitchen?
I make food.
You take travel mugs and you fill them up with milk and a little bit of coffee, and you let them sit in your car for days until they turn into something that's not milk and coffee.
I have a very bad
And
habit.
then you want me to clean them.
I have a bad habit of making a cup of coffee in the morning to go to work,
Drinking a third of it.
drinking a little more than that, and then forgetting that it's in my car.
For a week.
No. All right, so we're gonna take in our nice, delicious whipped cream, and we're going to very gently fold it. Folding it is, can you put that? Thank you. Folding it is really important. You don't want to stir it. You want to gently incorporate it, because if you don't, your whole thing is going to become really, really stiff and hard. What do you think? Oh. Our chicken has about 7 minutes left.
It's looking tasty.
Yes, smell it tasty. All right, do you want to come fold in? So wait, let me do a close-up first. So here, just fold. Don't stir. So flip and fold until it's all nicely mixed in together. You don't want to see any more streaks in it. Beautiful job, baby. Okay, so our lemonade. Again, I don't really want to cut this with any water just because me personally, I like how tangy it is. But you can always cut it with about
Let's cut it with water.
1/4 of a cup of water. You're not going to drink lemonade, are you?
What?
Okay, we'll cut it. So I have 1/4 of a cup. Of our water going right into the lemonade. Now, of course, if you're making this lemonade for more people, you're probably going to want to use more lemons, but this is good just for me and him. Because again, he's going to be drinking the old fashioned. I'm going to be drinking the lemonade. So
Technically, it's good for him and me.
you are correct. Thank you.
Yeah.
I use 1 spoon of sugar. I like things super, super sweet. So if you want more, that's fine, but that's how much I'm going to use. And then just stir it all up together. And then I'm going to get some of those fresh raspberries. And I'm going to put them at the bottom of my cup with a little splash of vodka. Delicious. So excited. I'm going to get my cup out. And some of my fresh, beautiful raspberries. I almost said strawberries.
Oh, that would have been a mistake because those are raspberries. I think this is looking pretty good.
That looks
There's a
perfect.
little piece of cream cheese that just won't like disappear.
Oh, that's okay. So now that everything in our mousse is nice and together,
It smells good.
it does smell good. It looks good too. Hold on, let me finish making the drink and then we will finish the mousse. So I'm gonna get Just a little splash of vodka in here.
Just a little. A tiny half bottle of vodka.
Just a splash. And my lemonade.
Raspberries are drunk. Perfect for both of us.
That's tasty.
Not
You don't want any? He's not big on lemons.
I'll wait for the good stuff.
All right, so we're gonna take our mousse. And when we moved in, my parents gave me these adorable, like old school glass dessert cups. So that's what I'm gonna be using, but just use little individual cups. And in fact, I'm going to use a different spoon to get this out. Ooh, this smells so good. You want to taste?
It's tasty.
And you can come measure out one too. So we're just going to fill it up to here to get up to about the top. This will be perfect for 2. And the rest will go in yours. And then we're going to put these in the fridge to chill for about 20 minutes. Gentle with it.
I got this. I made this.
I know, you did a very good job.
You didn't help at all.
No, not even a little bit. You're right. It was all you.
Pretty sure I'm an expert here.
You can put a little bit more in this one. That's very pretty. Beautiful. So now that we've got our mousse and our little dessert cups, oh, these look so good. They smell amazing. They're gonna go into the fridge to chill. I love lemonade. That's one of my favorite things. All right, now let's get started on that Caesar dressing. So we're going to take our cutting board, preferably not the one that you were using for the chicken, because that one is dirty now. That has all the raw chicken nast on it. I'm gonna get a little bit of chocolate off. We're gonna get started. I have my handy dandy recipe guide for the measurements, so we don't get any of that wrong. All right, baby, come here.
What are we making now?
The dressing.
Oh, fancy.
So we're gonna start off with our anchovies. We want these to be drained and dried. Go ahead and drain off your anchovies. We only need 6 fillets. I love anchovies.
Anchovies are gross.
Anchovies are delicious. You love Caesar dressing.
Yeah, what's Caesar dressing? You like pizza, right?
I do like
So you love tomatoes.
Oh, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. All right. So we're going to take our little fillets. Get you a few. Get me a few.
Jeez, how many do you need? I thought you said, do they need to be dry?
Not super dry, just drained. Because the oil is what's going to help in the actual recipe. So you get one knife, I'll get the other. We'll just take half a pile of anchovies each. I use 1 can. Should be fine. So no, that's not how you do it.
I'm moving it.
He doesn't like raw meat. So we're gonna take our anchovies and we're gonna cut them up.
Like how fine?
Well, we're gonna make them into a paste.
So fine.
We're gonna check on our chicken really fast. It is looking pretty good. In fact, I'm gonna take them out. I'm gonna cut into one just to make sure that it's cooked all the way.
I just keep like destroying these things.
Yep. Perfectly cooked chicken, maybe. Let's see.
This looks like cat food.
We're gonna cut into it to make sure it's cooked all the way. And it's still a little bit pink, so I'm gonna put it in for another 9 minutes or so. So, back to our anchovies. We're gonna cut them up really fine. That is not how you cut. All right, and then actually what you're doing is correct. We're gonna take the side of our knife and we're gonna mash the anchovies into a paste.
I'll be careful not to stab you this time.
We were making etouffee a while ago, and we were shelling the shrimp to put into it. And the tip of his knife got me right in the knuckle. So every now and then he'll make jokes, which I think are funny because I was there. I know he didn't actually stab me maliciously.
Good. Good, that's what I want you to think.
And don't forget, everybody, whenever you're done cooking your meal, I would love to see how yours turned out. So please, please, please take a picture and send it or post it on any one of the social medias. It would be really, really fun to see how your homemade Cesar dressing came out. You're doing a very good job, baby. All right, that's almost where we want them to be. So a little chunky, that's okay. All right, we're gonna take these guys. We're gonna put them right into our lemon juice. Actually, no, we're not. Sorry, the lemon juice needs to go in with the yolk. We're going to put these, where's my other bowl? We're gonna put these in our medium mixing bowl. So we have the small one, we used the large one already for the mousse. Now the anchovies are going to go into the medium mixing bowl.
They're not a paste yet.
It's okay, they will continue to become a paste. All right, now we're going to take 1 garlic clove. I'll give you half. You can do the other half. And we're gonna mince it up nice and fine. So take your blade like this, we're gonna smash it. Perfect. And chop it up. So baby, will you tell me how you got started drinking old fashions? Because I had honestly never actually seen anyone other than people in movies drinking them before I met you and your friends.
Well, I was at a bar with some friends, and someone was like, "Hey, you should try an old fashioned." And I was like, "What's that?" And they're like, "I have whiskey," and I was like, "Sold." And I was loved ever since.
So when we're done with the dressing, Josh is going to lead us on making an old fashioned. So once your garlic is nice and minced, you're going to add that in.
Is this nice and minced?
Yep, that's perfect. You're going to add that in with your anchovies.
I'm gonna wash the fish glue up my hands.
Okay.
It's weird me out.
And we're going to salt just to taste. I'm going to do about that much. Not very much. Remember, the anchovies are already really salty. You don't need to add much more salt. All right. Now, remember, clear your station. In the lemon juice, those 2 tablespoons that we separated earlier from the lemonade, we're gonna get our egg yolks. Now I'm gonna separate one and you're gonna separate one. We want 2 large egg yolks. So I have a bowl to separate this. I know some people might have separating gadgets. I've also seen with the water bottle trick where you use the water bottle to separate the white and the yolk. But I do it the old school way. I just break it in half and flip it around. Wash your hands.
Now, are we trying to save the yolk or the white?
We want the yolk in with the lemon juice. And we're going to get our whisk. We're going to whisk all of this together until it's nice and pretty and yellow. For you. Come into frame. All right, we're going to switch because I can't open this. Now you're going to get your Dijon mustard.
That Grey Poupon.
Yeah, our HEB had, thank you, baby, had our bougie mustard, but it didn't have creme fraiche, whatever.
Yeah, he told me they could go on the sink. And so they went in the sink.
Will you wash them off really fast? Thank you. All right, so our Dijon mustard, we're going to take 3/4 of a tablespoon of this. A teaspoon. We're going to put it in, we're going to whisk it, thank you, with our lemon juice and our egg yolks. So we're going to get our, ooh, mine is actually perfectly measured out for the 3/4. So I'm going to take this in here. And then you're going to get your wonderful boyfriend to whisk these back up for you.
Yeah.
And once that's all whisked up, we're going to add this in with our mince. And we're going to whisk all of that too. Thank you.
That does not look pleasant.
It's okay. It's going to taste very, very, very good. All right. Now, we're going to get our oils. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of olive oil and a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. So I'm going to measure all of that in together. Where's my 1/2 cup? So, I've got my vegetable oil. I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of it. In, what are you doing? With 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So the big one.
Sorry, the crew needs their union break.
2 and 3. Now, we're going to drop at a time, add in our oil mixture to what we've been whisking.
Wait, I want to help. Wait, hold on.
Well, that's why you need to be in frame.
I know, but
Oh, Pixel had to go outside.
he said needs 2. Ooh, somebody's burning something. Somebody has like a fire or barbecue or something going.
Must smell very nice. It's one of my favorite smells is like a barbecue. Oh, I love it. Okay.
All right, let me get in on that whisking action.
So you're going to be whisking, and I'm going to be slowly putting in the oil. Whisk like your life depends on it.
I'm a whisking machine. Just gonna have to wait, oven. Is this really what's in this?
Yep. Some lesser recipes also use mayonnaise. All right, so while he's whisking that, I'm gonna get our chicken out of the oven. Should be done by now, but we're gonna check just in case. Oh yeah, that is done. Look at that delicious chicken. Remember, still check it. That is perfect. We're gonna let it sit, keep all the juices in. All right, last thing to add is the pepper and the Parmesan. So we're going to do, oh, can I have my big strong boyfriend? Thank you. Oh, it looks so good. Gonna get my big spoon out. Same one I used for the sugar, same size. We're gonna do 3 big helpings of this. 1, 2, ooh, I do smell the smoke now. And wait, the pepper. And pepper to taste, I like a lot of pepper, and he likes a lot of pepper. We're gonna be doing a bit. Look at that chicken.
I know, it's good.
All right, whisking machine. That looks delicious. You want to go show the camera? There is our homemade Caesar dressing. Yours looks like ours, and it's going to taste really, really good. Can I see it? Thank you. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, we're gonna set that aside, and we're gonna start clearing off our station a bit, because we are gonna make those old fashions now.
Oh, yes.
He is very, very excited for that. You're taking the lead on it.
All right.
Need your cutting board?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. So, an old fashioned is a whiskey drink. I like Maker's Mark. It's a good tasting whiskey. So obviously you need whiskey. You're gonna need Angostura bitters. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but aromatic bitters. Cherries are optional, maraschino cherries, but you definitely need an orange and some sugar. So what you're gonna do first is take a few whiskey glasses, and I'm gonna use a shot glass, but feel free to eyeball it.
That's what I did with my vodka, and my lemonade tastes awesome.
So, first, you're gonna take an orange, peel a sticker off or whatever. Then take a knife, you're gonna cut off like a good section of peel. You don't want to get the white stuff underneath. Just go in there and see what happens. Let's say good, maybe 2 or 3 inches worth of peel. Something like that. Throw it in the glass. The second one. Throw it in the glass. Now, if you want to be fancy, or if you just like orange, you could probably squirt a little bit of extra orange juice in there. Give a little bit of extra flavor. That's optional. So, now we're going to take our sugar. A good spoon. Now, all we have is regular white sugar, which works. Or you can use literally anything. I prefer like the sugar syrup stuff, but use what you got. I just do a little sprinkle in there. Not a full spoon, but to season to taste. So, take that. take our bitters. Be very careful with this stuff. This will stain anything.
Yeah, we found that out in Mississippi.
Yeah. Smells very good, but yeah, will very stain. So again, with this recipe, just eyeball it, whatever. So we're just gonna splash some of that in there. Okay, and then we're gonna splash some of that in there. So like several or some, whatever you think
Very
works.
exact.
Then we're gonna take our whiskey. Again, you can do this with anything, Crown, Jack, Makers. Sky's the limit, just whatever you think tastes good. So we're going to take a nice healthy shot, throw it in there. Oops. Now I'm going to use a spoon because I don't think I have any better mashing device for this.
A mulling.
Yeah, so you could really use anything. I'm trying to look.
No, I think the spoon's gonna work.
That's gonna work. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to, one, dissolve the sugar. Two, you're trying to get that zest out of the orange peel. Right, so just smush it up against the other side of the glass. Try not to spill it everywhere like I just did. Give everything a good mix. It should be smelling amazing by now.
If you like whiskey.
Yeah. Or if you're just using a spoon, you can take the orange peel out and just twist it by hand, and that'll get a lot of those juices out. All right, put that in there. Same over here. I'll fish this guy out. Squeeze it. There we go. And just mix that up, make it all pretty. So now, could you get me a cup of ice?
Yes.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Do you want the ice or do you want the circle?
Ice, just ice. So, almost done here. You can really fill it up with just about anything. You can do water. You can do club soda or tonic, whatever floats your boat. That's okay. I don't like tonic. I like just straight up water. So I'll throw some ice in there. And then it's going to go over to the sink.
Splash of water.
Just a splash, nothing crazy. All right. And then take your cherries. Again, cherries are very optional. I like them. Adds a little color. I don't think they're very traditional, but they taste good because sugar. And then what you're left with is a nice, pretty, tasty old-fashioned. Cheers.
Yours is actually very nice. I typically don't like whiskey, but this is not bad at all. All right. Will you clean off that cutting board so we can cut up the chicken and then get our salad together? Ooh, that's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, if you're not a big whiskey drinker, hear me out on this one. Old fashions are delicious. Even from a very avid whiskey hater.
So I'm just gonna rinse off my cutting board real fast. This one's not really dirty, it just got a little whiskey on it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And we're gonna get our romaine and our knife that seems to have disappeared. And we are going to cut this up.
The sound that stuff makes.
I love this crunching noise. Will you start putting that in the bowl for me? Gently. Don't just throw it.
I'm losing a lot.
You're being silly. And we're going to get
Gonna
our
massage the salad.
we're gonna get our croutons. We're going to put them in. Now we're gonna toss the salad before we put in the chicken. So we're gonna get our delicious dressing.
Oh, yeah, I'm done wing jiggling via hands.
You go grab the salad stuff. We're gonna get this whole thing in there, and I will let you mix that. Now, cut the chicken. Now that it's been sitting, it's gonna stay nice and juicy. Look at that, oh my goodness. Now I like to mix the salad before I put in the chicken because the heat from the chicken is gonna make the leaves wilt a bit, but not that badly. Plus I like to plate it with the chicken going on top instead of mixing it all in. We're gonna keep that there.
Oh, that looks perfect.
It does look perfect. Will you go grab the mousse?
Oh yeah.
And our chicken looks amazing. I'm going to get my plates out. I'm just gonna plate this all. Someone didn't clear his area.
What do you want, Moose?
Ooh, you can show the camera. Looks awesome. I'm gonna garnish mine with some raspberries, but that is entirely optional. You can just put it on the counter. Put some raspberries on and make it look pretty.
Ooh. Also,
Yep.
do it up.
Oh, I'm so excited. Let you hold up those, I'll hold up the salad. You make it so pretty. Very good.
It's beautiful. Oh no. Oh no. My raspberry trinity.
All right, so we've got our salad and our mousse, and that was a very fun to cook Valentine's lunch, and we'll cook with you guys next time. I hope you really liked it. First, quick shout out to my very first Patreon, Josh McRae. Thank you so much for contributing to this episode. Whatever suggestion you make will become an episode because he pledged the biggest amount on Patreon. So our Patreon is patreon.com/KenKitchenLive. And if you follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, you can also get to see all the stuff that we do throughout the week. So that was this episode. Thank you so much. We will be doing this again next week. Bye, everyone.